surprised the room awaits beyond my pose, and the ceiling held its breath like it knew. An old clock shivered, then it let go, like a hand unclenching something true. If the ending has a language, teach me soft, teach me where it hides while I'm alive, in the heat of a mouth that says goodbye,
and the ache that proves I can't survive. Look, I've been staring at the exit sign like it owe me rent. Panic in my ribcage, sirens in my sentiment, trying to interrogate the void with a flashlight, but the question getting answered by my own bad eyesight. Night owl logic, if I can't see day, they fake. Meanwhile, life in my palms like a live grenade. I chase after like it's currency, addicted to the cliff, but the beyond ain't a border, it's a fold in the script. You want the code, it's heeding what you doing right now. Laughing while you flinch, both can live in the same vow. I'm a shepherd in the lobby of the throne, knees knocking percussion, still I feel that pull home. King hand heavy, but it's honoring the press. I'm terrified of trembling, not the mark on my chest. And death might be just me, stripped of my noise. All these restless tides finally release my voice. Breath getting freed from the cage of my lungs. Go expand, go ascend where the real songs sung.
Take me to the windline, bare skin, no defense. Let the sun undo the armor I pretend. If I melt, let it be into something vast, not a vanishing, just a river changing hands. When silence pours, I'll drink it till I'm brave, and my throat will open like a sanctuary. If the earth wants me back, let it take what it gave. I'll be dancing in the gravity.
I got seeds under frost and my thoughts still awake. Heavy winter in my chest, but the future in the shake. Hope got a heartbeat even buried in the cold. Like weight is a weapon and patience is bold. You call it eternity, I call it the gate. Hinges made of mercy, locked by my hate, so I pace. I spit, I scratch at the frame, then I realize my fear is the lock's real name. Only when I shut up do the answers arise. River of quiet got me learning how to survive. I'm used to chaos, Detroit in my jaw, but peace hit different when it come with a law. You don't climb to the top to be done with the climb. You get there and discover a steeper design. So if I reach the peak with my ego on fire, it's just the start line. Watch me go high.
To the wind line, bare skin, no defense. Let the sun do the armor I pretend. If I'm melt, let it be into something vast, not a vanishing, just a river changing hands. When silence pours, I drink it till I'm brave, and my throat will open like a sanctuary. If the earth wants me back, let it take what it gave. I'll be dancing in the gravity. I used to beg the sky for proof, but proof was beating in my ribs.
Yeah, life's the Whitney, steps the verdict. Same courtroom, different script.
If you come for me, come gentle, I'll step back like water leaving stone.
Naked in the wind, no cab, no costume.
Still I'm standing like I'm home.
And if my breath slips past my lips, let it rise, I'm burning wide.
Let it break from these restless tides.
Oh, for God on the other side.
Teach me the song that silence keeps.
I keep it raw, my feet can't leave when I arrive at the highest place.
I won't ask for an easy end,
'Cause the summit just hands you stairs, and I'm built to ascend again.
take me to the windline. Take me to the windline. Bare skin, no defense.
Take me to the windline.
Bare skin, no defense. Let the sun undo the armor I pretend. If I know, let it be into something vast, not a vanishing, just a river changing hands.
Silence pours, I drink it till I'm brave, and my
Throat will open like a sanctuary.
if the earth wants me back,
Let it take what it gave. I'll be dancing where dips the rocky highland, or sleuthwood in the lake. There lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake. The drowsy water rats, they weave hid our fairy vats full of berries and of red stolen cherries. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim gray sands with light, far off thy furthest rosses, we footed all the night, waving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and anxious in its sleep. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencar, in pools among the rushes that scarce could paint a star, we seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears, give them unquiet dreams, leaning softly out from firs that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with us, he's gone with the soul in our mind. You'll hear no more the lowing of the cows on the warm hillside, or the cattle on the hog sing peace into his breast, or see the brown mice bob round and round the oatmeal chest. For he comes, the human child, to the waters and the wild, bring us hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than he can understand. Street lamp humming in a winter key. Ooh, hold my breath, hold my name. Out back, the maples bow like they're apologizing. Cold palm on the spine of the whole cul-de-sac. Yellow leaves slick as warnings on the black bark. And the air goes quiet like it's practicing to vanish. We drag the barrels to the curb, metal wheels on concrete. Suburban thunder, little storm we can't control. You point up like you're teaching me to be less afraid. I point up like I'm trying to remember I exist. You say we keep naming the same 3 stars, like routine is a kind of surrender. And I laugh but it lands in my chest, a soft alarm. We're not decoration, we're not background noise. We're borrowed atoms making choices. Call it Antlia, call it Elara. Anything new, anything true. If we're burning out, let's burn into meaning. Turn the ordinary into a beacon. Let them look up and see us, still insisting, still here. Kitchen window, my reflection looks weathered. A small museum of almost and not quite. Some days I'm a house full of spiders and patience, threading thin hopes from room to room at midnight. I scroll past fires, past water lines, past headlines. My mouth tastes like pennies and distant dust. And I wanna stop calling you too big to touch, when my hands are right here. When your hands are right here, teach me the constellations we've been ignoring. Not just Orion, not just the easy story. Give me Draco, give me Hydra, give me the names for staying. We're not decoration, we're not background noise or borrowed atoms making choices. Call it Antlia, call it Lyra. Anything new, anything true. If we're burning out, let's burn into meaning. Turn the ordinary into a beacon. Let them look up and see us, still insisting, still here. No, 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 not to the slow flight in the living room. No, 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 not to the polite collapse we call an away ghost. Let our bodies be the bargaining, let our voices be the scaffolding. For the ones with lungs full of smoke, for the ones with sand in their throats. I want a clean sky over every porch. I want tomorrow to have a pulse. So if fear comes knocking, we answer with both feet on the ground. Ooh, roll the bins like a drum line. Make a ritual out of refusing. We're not decoration, we're not background noise. We're the room of ever changing. Whoever can survive, or we can live higher. Say it together. If we're dead stars, then we're still radioactive, still able to harm what we touch. Left the point to us with the arrows in the eyes. I know we rolled up out here. The trees keep bowing, but we don't have to. Ooh, we don't have to. sparks in crowded halls. Faces flicker like old film reels unwound. Each glance a chapter etched on fragile walls, where laughter lingers but the echoes drown. And the great wheel turns without a pause, carving paths through the haze of what we've known. We gather fragments from the endless cause, till the horizon claims us as its own. Yesterdays collide. A stranger's smile pulls threads from hidden seams. We wander mazes where the lost confide, awaken sharply from our woven dreams. Yet in the quiet bend of twilight's arc, we trade the chaos for gentler tide, embracing whispers from the fading spark. As cycles close, a new horizon tide, and the great wheel turns without a pause, carving past through the haze of what we've known. We gather fragments from the endless cause, till the horizon claims us as its own. To meet to part, to meet to part, to meet to part, and us live high. To meet to part, to meet to part, to meet to part, to follow the heat like a rumor on the air. I met a stranger at the edge of nowhere, skin like sun-baked paper, eyes like mica stone. She said, I've seen a crown with no head to wear it, a throne with no cord, and a name carved alone. Her voice was low as a buried river. She traced the horizon with a shaking hand, as if the land itself could still remember the weight of a tyrant sinking into sand. And I thought of all the portraits we polish and defend, while time keeps quiet receipts we never get to amend. So lay your gold on the table, let it ring and roll. Build your towers like prayers you can't control. Cause the desert doesn't bow, it just takes what it can. It will swallow every anthem, every flag you plant. Say, look at what I made, say it louder if you must. But the loudest thing out here is the turning into dust. We walked till the sky turned thin as a warning, and there it was, two pillars trying to stand. Legs without a body, posed like they were guarding an empty blue where a kingdom used to land. A face in the grid, half kept, half forgotten, a curled lip frozen mid-command. The kind of mouth that never learned to soften, the kind of eyes that never asked to understand. I read the rage in the chiseled teeth and growl, like someone tried to make forever and failed somehow. So lay your gold on the table, let it ring and roll. Build your towers like prayers you can't control. Cause the desert doesn't bow, it just takes what it can. It will swallow every anthem, every flag you plant. Say, look at what I made. Say it louder if you must. But the loudest thing out here is the turning to dust on a cracked base. The letters hold that nerve like a dead it couldn't feel the years. King of kings, as if the world would turn, as if fear could outlive fear. I twitched the stone, it stayed indifferent, cold as a verdict, clean as a lie. And in my chest something went quiet, the way a siren does when no one's left to die. Back in the city, screens glow like altars. We trade our days for a brighter proof. Names get stitched into digital marble, while love things are under rented roofs. And I think of that face in the open silence, and how the sand kept moving on. Not cool, not kind, just faithful. So what remains when the praise is gone? So lay your gold on the table, let it ring and roll. Build your towers like prayers you can't control. Cause the desert doesn't go, it just takes like a jet. It will swallow every anthem, every flag you plant. If you want something lasting, let it be the way you give. Let it be the hands you hold, the small reasons to live. Cause the loudest thing out here is the turning into dust. Nothing beside remains, just miles of open breath and the sand, making everything the same. Still stands the forest, still stands the sea. This is the forest primeval, breathing under moonlit pines. Moss on the old green shoulders, dusk between the crooked lines. Once there was a village laughing, where the tide would learn the shore. Grand prey and golden meadows, now the door is nevermore. I hear the Angelus fading in the smoke that used to rise. Peace like a simple ribbon in a wide and open sky. I was 17, holding Sunday light in my hands, Gabriel at my elbow, like a promise in the land. We were woven into harvest, into hymn and homebrewed air, into flax and quiet footfalls, into prayers without despair. But the ocean kept a secret in its caverned low refrain, and the pines began to tremble like they knew a name was pain. Still stands the forest, still stands the sea, calling through the distance, calling after me. If love is patient, if love is true, I will walk through every season till I walk back into you. Still stands the forest, and I still breathe. Carry me to what I can see. On the day the drum awakened, all the men went into prayer, and the chapel shut its mouth around the iron in the air. Royal paper like winter fell, no mercy, no reprieve. Your land, your homes, your cattle are gone, and you will take your leave. Mother stole from sons in silence, wives from husbands on the sand. Songs rose up like broken vessels, trying to hold what they can send. And I ran to Gabriel's shoulder, though my heart was splitting through. Said if we love one another, nothing true we can undo. And then the night became a furnace where our rooftops used to shine. Red grape burned like a memory, turned to firelight and brine. My father fell into the surf's cold hymn, and did not rise again. And I learned how grief can hollow out the living into stone. Still stands the forest, still stands the sea, calling through the distance, calling after me. If love is patient, if love is true, I will walk through every season till I walk back into you. Still stands the forest, and I still breathe. Carry me into what I can't see. Years like scattered snowflakes burned to cities without names, prairies, bayous, missions, every nap a different flame. I chased a whisper down the Mississippi, spinning gold under cypress arches heavy with Spanish moss and old souls. Once I slept beneath the cedar, and he passed so close, so near. No angel shook the willow leaves, no hand to pull me clear. Patience said the darkened branches, tomorrow sighed the fields. Though I kept my heart unbroken by the letting and the yield. And the lines of crowded mercy where the feeble those house rumor shadows, I heard my own heart roar. There an old man burned with fever, thin as the winter gray with time, and the face that used to find me returns for one last light. Still stands the forest, still stands the sea. Love endures, love remembers, love is when love calls your name, follow. When love beckons, don't turn away. Though the road is hard and steep, when his wings fall around your shoulders, let the fall be deep. And if his words undo your plans, like winter on the garden grown, hold steady through the breaking. You won't be left alone, 'cause love will lift you to the light, and love will lay you low. For every crown upon your head, a thorn you come to know. Love crowns you, love crucifies, cuts you open to the sky, shakes the roots you hold so tight, just to teach your heart to rise. If you only want the sweet, if you only want the peace, cover up and leave the fire, but you'll never feel complete. Like she's a weed, he gathers you to separate the truth. He threshes what you hide behind and sifts the dust from you. He grinds you down to whiteness, needs you soft and sacred hands, then places you in holy flame to be more than you began. And what he takes is what you are, and what he gives to you. Love asks for nothing from the world, but asks your heart be true. Love crowns you, love crucifies, cuts you open to the sky, shakes the roots you hold so tight, just to teach your awake with wings at sunrise and give thanks for one more day. Let me rest at noon in silence where love's ecstasy can stay. Let me come back home at evening with that gratitude so bright, and fall asleep with you in prayer and a song upon my lips tonight. Love crowns you, love crucifies, cuts you open to the sky, shakes boots you hold so tight just to teach your heart to rise. Love gets nothing for itself, takes nothing when it's not. Love is enough, love is the way. Love is all I've got. When love calls your name, follow. The sink won't swallow anything tonight. Silverware like little bones caught in its throat. And I stand there barefoot, counting the seconds between the radiator's hiss and the kettle's note. The Drano burns my nose, chemical warning, like a fake kind of clean. I watch the dishes stack up like excuses for calling help I don't call in. And it's winter again, that stubborn blue nail to the sky. The windows are open while the heat keeps climbing. I keep forgetting how to turn it down inside. This is what the living do. Spill coffee, lose a grip, start over mid-sentence. Want the phone to ring, want the silence to stop. Want one more sign, one more minute. And in the middle of all the noise, I catch my face in the glass and it hits me true. I'm here, I'm breathing, and I remember you. On my salve groceries split on the pavement, oranges rolling like small suns I can't keep. A stranger helps without asking my story. I thank her like I'm waking from sleep. My sleeve is wet where the lid gave up on me. Steam rising off my wrist. I laugh once, then the raft turns sideways into the place where missing you exist. I work those cookie bricks, trying not to trip on the days. Every storefront is a mirror, and every mirror has your name in its head. This is what living do. Slam car doors in the cold, rehearse what we should have said. Want the spring to come, want the winter to pass, want the weight to lift from the bed. And in the middle of all the war, it gets my hair in the wind and it hits me true. I'm here, I'm breathing, and I remember you. buy a cheap brush up a corner pharmacy. Stand under fluorescent holy light. I run it through my hair, see my chapped mouth, my coat half buttons, my uneven fight. For a moment the world goes still and honest. I don't need to be brave, I'm so tender for this ordinary body. I could never learn to say, this is what the living do. Break and mend, forget and remember on repeat. One letter, a kiss, a sign from the air, one mercy for a need and a plainest second. I catch my life like a spark and it holds me through. I'm here, I'm breathing, I am living, and I remember you. You asked me where the ending lives. I watched your fingers shake around the cup. Like the room I tilt and spill the years. If you set it down too rough, there's a door in every ordinary day, hidden in the steam above the sink. If you want the map they never print, you don't look up, you blink. The ones who only study moonlit air miss what morning teaches on your skin. So breathe me in like a medicine, let life be where you begin. Death isn't a stranger at the gate, it's a ceremony changing names. The river doesn't argue with the sea, it just becomes what it became. And if your knees are trembling, let them, that's the body learning how to bow. There's a crown in the quiet waiting. Don't call it fear, call it now. I knew a shepherd on a hillside road, hands raw from counting every lamb. He heard the hoofbeats of the king and forgot the strength he had. He said, I'm shaking, am I brave? I said, you're human, that's the truth. Even joy arrives like weather does, with thunder in the roots. One day you'll stand with nothing on but a wind to write your story down, and warmth will take your weight away like sun dissolving sun. Death isn't a stranger at the gate, it's a ceremony changing names. The river doesn't argue with in what is dying, but letting breath unhook its anchor from the ribs. Restless tide, it rises wider than your worry. It finds the holy without being carried. I'll meet you where the cedars lean and the town is small behind the rain. We'll lay down all lying keys. We stop pretending we can chain it first. Hans asking for your gold. Let it have what he can't hold. You're moving ways you never learned. A dancer made of gold. And a stranger at the gate. It's a ceremony changing names. The river doesn't argue with the sea. It just becomes what it became. So if your knees are trembling, bless them. That's the body learning how to bow. There's a crown in the quiet waiting, and it's here. It's here. It's now. When the earth remembers your limbs, you'll truly dance. In the haze of forgotten fields, we stagger through the mud-choked veins, old ghosts and tattered shrouds of rain, knees buckling under weight unseen, curses lost in the machine scream, boots dissolved in crimson streams, eyes glazed in fevered hollow gleams, numb to the thunder's weary call, shells falling like forgotten thralls. The air ignites in frantic plea, masses clawing at our sanity, but one falters in the emerald tide, drowning in waves we can't abide. In visions they claw at midnight's core, he reaches out forevermore, guttering flames in a poisoned sea, the lie we swallow bitterly. We haul the wreckage of our own, eyes like marbles twisted white, face contorted in endless night. Each bump unleashes a crimson song from lungs devoured where hope went wrong. Froth like venom on tongues of youth innocent, scarred by war's cruel truth. If you wander these other paths of the jolt of disaster mass, heard the garble of blood's despair, obscene as fate's unyielding stare, would you whisper to eager kin the ancient myth that draws them in? Frantically, masks clawing at our sanity, but one falters in the emerald tide, drowning in a wave that can't abide. In visions that claw in midnight's core, he reaches out forevermore, guttering flames in a poison sea, the lie we swallow scan the crowded streets at dusk, eyes like needles threading fate. Does your burden crush like mine, or slip away on lighter weight? You carry ghosts from faded wars, I chase the echoes of my fall. How long have you worn this chain? Does it feel ancient, one and all? Ooh, the ache that binds us here, in this web of hidden tears. Would you trade it for the void, or cling to life despite the fears? Some emerge with fragile grins, like lanterns dimmed by endless night. But I find solace in the share, the wounds that mirror out of sight. Stacked like stones upon the herd, early cuts that time can't mend. Do they soothe or sharpen still through ages where the nerves extend? Enlarged like love's contrasting fire, we grieve for loss, for want, for cold despair that banishes the soul from homelands never truly old. And no, I can't name you across this shape. Its fashion whispers through the veil, a piercing balm in Calvary's wake. Presuming yours echoes my tale, faces, passes, stories veiled in native air, yet exiled eyes, a many greet their causes vile, but that's just on, it seals the lies. Ooh, the ache that binds us here, in this web of hidden tears. Would you trade it for the void, or cling to life despite the fear? Some emerge with fragile grins, like lanterns dimmed by endless night. But I find solace in the share, the wounds that mirror out of sight. Still I presume, like my own symmetry and scars. Once meadows glowed with hidden fire, now echoes fade in twilight's choir. In childhood's wild and boundless play, the world was painted in golden rays. Dreams whispered secrets to the breeze, every leaf a page of mysteries. But seasons turn, the colors bleed into the gray of what we need. Birds sing high on morning's wing, lambs lead free in endless spring. Yet in my chest a quiet storm, grief awakens cold and worn. Oh, fugitive Aurora, where did you flee? Trailing stars from eternity. We come from vast and distant shores, wrapped in veils we can't ignore. The chains of days pull us down low, fading the fire we used to know. Still in the embers, a spark remains, whispering through the growing days. Imagine a boy with eyes so wide, chasing phantoms by the riverside. He builds his castles from sand and stone, dreams of kingdoms all his own. But time's relentless tide rolls in, washing away the boy within. Now man stands, space-time and grace, searching for that vanished day. Flowers bloom in valleys deep, children laugh while mothers weave. The sun climbs high, the waters gleam, and something's lost, a fractured seam. A fugitive Aurora, where did you flee? Trailing stars from eternity. We come from vast and distant shores, wrapped in veils we can't ignore. The chains of days pulled us down low, fading the fire we used to know. Still in the embers, a spark remains, whispering through the growing pains. And cool, quiet moments far from the fray, souls glimpse the infinite array. Waves crash eternal on memory's beach, children dance.